specified because in my system it's already installed. If it is not installed, it will install all the necessary packages downloading from the given link. Okay, it's done. Now next we have to import this. We have only installed this libraries, but we haven't imported that in our code. To import the libraries, import numpy as np, so we can use it in the short version np. Import pandas as pd, and also SciKit learn model implement linear regression. As we are implementing linear regression, we are only importing linear regression model from scikit-learn. So scikit-learn is a library, and a linear model is a module, and inside that we have a linear regression class, so that we are importing. Okay, next is data preparation. So apart from modeling, like importing these modules, the next step is we need some data. So without data, we can't implement all these modules. So we need some data. The data is preparation is a very important step for linear regression, not only in linear regression, but also in other models. Okay. So the data preparation will ensure that the data is was in the right format and it is ready for usage. Okay, the common tasks that we do in data preparation is handling missing data and also handling categorical variables. Categorical variables in sense there might be some in columns there are some data that relates to the category. Say if someone if there is a database of persons, name, place, and their designation, their salary, etc. In that case, there might be few people who are from the same city. So we can say city is a categorical variable where so this person belongs to Chennai. So all these people who belong to Chennai will belong to Chennai category. Those who come from Mumbai will belong to Mumbai category, and like that. And splitting the data into training and test set. After preparing the data, we need to split it into train set and the test set. Okay, now first we have to get the data set. So for the demonstration purpose, I am using already pre-built data set that is available in the sklearn. So sklearn a library, not only it gives you models and other tools for data analysis, but also it gives you a lot of inbuilt data sets. Okay, so Boston data set is already inbuilt or it's already present in sklearn library. I can just import it for using in this program. Okay, so from sklearn.dataset import Lord Boston. So Boston dataset deals with the houses and pricing of the houses, etc., and prediction of house prices based on few criteria. So when when we jump into the data exploration stage, I can let you know what kind of variables are present in this load Boston dataset or the Boston dataset. And then from sklearn import dot model selection import train test split. Okay, train test split is already pre-written in sklearn, so we are importing that function train test split to split the data set into train and test data. And pandas already we have imported, so this is not required right now. So let me cancel it. So I'm getting an error. Okay, it says that load Boston is not available. So it's already giving other suggestions. Okay, so let me fetch California housing. Okay, California housing data set is available, so you can replace it here. Okay, that is the data set name, and I can use it as fetch California housing of. So I can use it as an instance. Now let me run the code again. Yeah, it's done. So the data set is imported. Now we load the imported data set. Okay, The Boston housing dataset using SciKit will be the example. Now we are using California, Fetch California housing, and the scikit-learn provides built-in database including the Boston housing and Fetch California. So as I told, there are several databases available. I mean datasets available. Okay, Fetch California housing. Now we have to load the dataset, you have to initialize it this way. So fetch California dataset. So this can be any variable. So I'm not changing the variable because I'm using it further down, and that's why, to not to confuse, I'm not using it. Okay, and now create a Pandas data frame for easier data handling. So now the data set is over here. Now I'm converting the data set into a data frame. So for the data frame, I'm using input as boston.data and columns as feature names. I mean the feature names will be as columns and data will be in rows. So this is in the format row and column. Okay, and now add the target variable, median value of the owner occupied homes. Okay, I think like this might not be relevant. Okay, we are I'm just adding the data set to a column. I mean the target of the data set to a new column. Okay, and we'll print the data set. Okay, let me do one thing. Yeah, see, this is the target set. Okay, this is the target, and these are the variables. So mid INC, house age, average rooms, average bedrooms, population, occupation, latitude, longitude. So these are the feature variables. I mean this final target variable, I mean the price of the house is dependent on all these variables like mid INC, house age. So these are all column names that are already given in the data set. So you can also know like the info of the data set. Sorry. Yeah, you have to use the data frame. So dataset.info. So this gives the info of the dataset. So there are 20,640 rows and 9 columns. So there are 8 feature variables and also 20,000 rows in this dataset. Okay, dataset dot describe. See, so this is also giving the description and stuff. Okay, now handling missing data. Now in this data we have to handle the missing data set. So whatever the data is missing, so we have to handle it, because there might be chances where certain data is missing, or certain value in a row or column is missing. To handle the data, we have to fill it with any of either a default value, or sometimes we'll drop the row or column entirely, or we also fill it with a mean or average value. So this is how the missing data is handled. Now first let's print the data set is null as sum. So this line will print the total number of null values in the data set. Okay, and next line, so they are either we can go for dataset dot drop NA. This will remove the rows with missing values, or dataset dot fill NA with dataset dot mean. So this will fill the dataset with mean values. Okay, so as the data is numerical, as we seen in the above lines, or most of the data is in numerical data. So in this case, we can go for filling the data set with the mean value. So mean value can, so that we get a huge amount of data set for training. So that's why we'll go for the filling the data set with the mean value. This will compute the mean value in the data set and fill the missing values. See, there are no null values, so there is no point in running this line. So even if the line runs, like already most of the null values, I mean first this line will be executed, so there are no null values in any of the columns. So that means this, even though this line gets executed, like we don't have any use of executing that line. Now the data set is almost ready, so there is nothing like missing data or anything that might create confusion when training. So the data set is cleaned. Now coming to the next stage of splitting the data into training and test set. So the data should set to evaluate the performance of the model. It is important that we split the data into a training set and a validation or test set. Okay, so training set is based on the set that will be first given to the model for training purpose. So what is training? What we will do in training is that the data will first learn all the feature variable columns. Say in this data set, these are all features. I mean the MDINC, house age, average rooms, average bedrooms, population, latitude, longitude. So these are all the feature variables. So first the data set, I mean the model will learn all these features in the data set. Once it learns this data set, it will try to predict the MEDV value or the target value. Okay, so this is what the model is going to do in the training set. Now during the test set, it will take the another percentage, I mean another part of the test set where it won't know this target value. Okay, but it will take these feature values and predict by its own the values of these target variables. So that is what will be happening with the training set. So that is why we will be splitting the data set into the train and test model, and split the data set into independent variables and the dependent variables. For linear regression, we need to split the data set into two categories. One is train set and test set. And after getting the train and test set, in the training set we have to split it into the dependent and independent variables x and y, as well as in the test set we have to split it into x and y. So using SciKit learn, we can do this step easily, where we will be splitting the data set. 70% we'll use it for training. So training set will have both the values of x and y, whereas the test set, the 30% of the data set, will not have the values of y. It will have only the values of x. Okay. Now x is equal to data set of drop MEDV. MEDV is the target column. So we are dropping that, and access is equal to 1. Access is equal to 1 in sense like we are splitting it in the column wise. Okay, y is equal to data set of MEDV. So this data set of one, we are selecting only the lost column. Now splitting the data set into train, test, and y train, y test, etc. Now split the data set into 70-30 ratio. X comma y, test size is 0.3 and random state is the random number, seed of the random number, and print the data preparation is complete. Now data preparation is complete. So if you want to see how it is done, you can type x run. See, x has only all the columns except MEDV. Okay, now let's run y. See, y has only the MEDV column. Now see, the length is 20,640, 20,640. Okay, now after executing x train, x test, y train, y test, let's check what is the dimension of it, so that you can better understand what the code does. X train. See, it is only 14,448. So let me take the calculator. 70% of 20,640 divided by 100. So 14,448. So that means 14,448 in the x.